Right everyone, happy home brew, whatever day you're watching this. Cheers. That's my honey nut mild. You can see it's dark, carbonated, got a slightly red tinge to it. See the bubbles going up. Made this 30th of August it was brewed. The tale behind this, basically it's got extra pale pepino, caramel crystal 150, chocolate malt and Fuggles hops, and I used the SO4 which I used from one of the Smash Off beers. Saved the yeast from it, and we used it, and now I've got an healthy dose of SO4. So that's in the fridge over there, the fermenting fridge. I've gone into work today for a fork truck refresher course. Don't know if anyone else does it, but comes weekends I have a few beers and I like to have a try of them all, so I end up swapping the taps around the discos in the fridge. So I thought I better make sure that the mild's on, because I don't want to pour a pint of something and I know I could drink it. But so anyway, I lifted the lid up and I looked, and the one with the S star on for the Star of Premium pump is connected to the mild. I thought, good that. So as I goes to pour it and the mild's coming out, I'm just looking into the bottom and I can see there's beer at the bottom of the fridge, chest freezer. And basically, where your disco sits on your post like that, below the disco there's beer flowing down from the side of the post and out into the bottom of Chester. So I've stopped and it stopped, so I pulled the tap again and it started to flow again. So I disconnected it, thought right, it could be the tap, the disco on the end of the tap. So I thought, right, I'll pour straight through, I'll get some of the pale ales that I've got in there. So I connected up to a pale ale keg, pull the tap, and it's not coming out. It's coming out into the pint glass, but it's not coming out of the disco. So obviously it's not the disco, it's got to be the post on that mild keg. So me thinking I'll have a couple of pints and I'll play on Xbox or something has gone to have a pint while I'm trying to fix this keg. So basically I've got a spare keg, so I transferred from that keg into that keg. No air, it's fine, still tasting fine, still perfectly carbonated, still working. Basically strip this keg down here, that's to the side here, and we'll see where we go, because all my chrome bits are in a big bowl of OxyClean, what you're sat on, the Wilkinson's one, Oxy Plus stain remover. It's really good, it's cheap, it's cheaper than Vanish etc, and it works twice as better. Even the wife using it for other stuff. But basically I come to take everything down, and That was the post one. As you can see, it's not round anymore. That's what it's supposed to look like. It's been squeezed a couple of times, so took that off. And then when you take your gas pipe and your beer pipe out, on the top of them, I think I found the culprits. There's one with a little focus on it. Try and put it here so you can see. And there's the other one. So that's being cleaned in there. Got a brand new the cap. I've got 2 brand new post strings. I've got 4 of the gas and beer line ins and outs. Got my vase, so I'm protected. So I'll do that, and then that's leaving me an empty keg ready to keg my next beer. The 2 beers that I've got ready to go. The one in here was this season's wet hot one. Green hot pale ale. It's extra pale pepino malt, caramel with rye malt. 20 grams of Cascade at 60, 20 grams of Cascade at 15, and 64 grams of Cascade at a steep. All off the tree, all off the vine. Whacked them in. They were done wet, picked off. As we picked them, they went straight in. I'll put a picture up somewhere if we've got any. That come out with the original gravitate of 1035. I basically put the cask, because you don't know what alpha, hops are, do you? So I always try and when you go on Basesmith and it'll say Cascade 5.5 or 4.5 to 7, I'll try and it middle or whatever. So anyway, it says bitterness at 39, so we'll see. Might not be, probably won't be. But that's my problem I have with them growing in tubs, because I was going to be moving soon. I'm going to take them with me, and then when we move to the next house, they can go in the ground and go for it. I was toying with the idea because my fuggles, when they went off at the beginning of the season, and you get extra shoots coming out of the ground, you're supposed to cut them off, but you can cut them off and plant them in potting compost, and you'll end up with another plant. So basically I've got my big fuggles rhizome that's in the bucket, and I've got one in a plant pot that must be the length of my arm now. So obviously it took root because it was only that big at the start. Now I'm toying with the idea of going to find somewhere in local countryside, dig an hole, put it in there, let it go, and then, do you know what I mean? It's if there comes a time when I'm not brewing anymore, another brewer, I could not put an X on the map, but say, look, if you want some fuggles, I know where there's some fuggles in a wood somewhere, and it could be a way of populating the country with hops again, I suppose. I think nice idea. Anyway, so that beer's in there, and it was 1035, and I know some of you are going to go 1035. Don't wash my hands in 1035. I've got to try and rein back what I'm drinking. As of yesterday, I was on 89 units for the week. and that's only going off 7 days. So how my shifts work, I have 4 on 4 off. I can't drink on the 4, so you work that out over 4 days. I'm having over 20 plus units a night, or even. The weight's ballooned back on. Doctor's not happy. I've got to watch what I'm eating, I've got to watch what I'm drinking, so I'm trying to brew a lower ABV beer, which ain't gonna kill me. Basically, we've got a piece of paper and I wrote down what ABV it is, put it in a pint for me, and then that's how many units are in a pint, so that tells me how many pints in 14 weeks, in 14 units I can have. So if you go down there, you can see I can have 10 pints at 1.35 units at 2.6. No, 2.8. So if I can make a 2.8% beer, I can have 10 pints of it when I'm off for 4 days. It's going to be hard coming down from that far up, but we'll see. So that's why the green hop ale is 3.5. I've got a diet bitter, I call it a DB, and that's in the front room conditioning cupboard. That needs, I think it needs another couple of days because it's still bubbling, the odd bubble. So I'm in no rush because all the other kegs are full, apart from the mild one, which is going down quite rather well. That should have been 4.1, I think, and I got my sums totally wrong. It's 5.1, but don't tell anyone. And in my diet bitter, all that's in that is 2.76 kilos of extra pale pepino, 250 grams of Special X, and 45 grams of Fuggles, which was left over from the mild. I threw it into the bitter, so it's a Fuggle bitter, and that's going away in there. And that's got estimated regional gravity. I've gone for 1035 again. However, when I've come to check the original gravity, it's 1036, so it's 1 up. So let's say they get down to 1010, that's fine, but I've been having problems getting down to 1010. Everything's going down to 1008 at the minute. So let's say it goes down to 3.5. That means there's 1.75 units in a pint. That'll give me 8 pints for 4 days off. So that's 2 pints a night. It's one of these things I might have to do. I don't want to pack in brewing. I love it. I love the techniques. I love the skills. I love brewed. It's not time to myself, but you know what I mean. You can. There's other hobbies, but with this, you're making something, and it's enjoyable. You all know what I mean. It's them of you that do the odd fishing. You know, getting up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when there's no idiots about, and you're doing your own thing. By dinner time, you're done, wrapped up, and you can sit here, you can watch telly, have a few beers, whatever, knowing, quite safe, that you got 30 litres of beer happily bubbling away. So I'm not going anywhere yet, popular to what's been said, kind of thing. As for my next brew, cacao nibs, toasted coconut, toasted coconut, chocolate orange with exploding candy. Do you know what it is yet?